Once again, the seer is from Ghana. He said he is the nation seer. In fact, he said now he is a global seer. He said the gods of the land are in charge of the earth and in charge of Africa precisely. He said they gave him this information to give to the mortals.
Regina Daniels is crying in the spiritual world that he want a divorce. Regina Daniels is not happy in the spiritual world. This thing, if he come outside, you know what? Right now, the girl, she can't get money, see money. So she want to go back to the youth. you got what I talk?
I know the
girl. Okay, fans, make on listen to me. Without saying no day here. Regina Daniels, mother, you carry old man, give your daughter. Or you go carry young boy, where they enjoy. Now your daughter, they cry for spiritual world. Your daughter won't divorce. Your daughter won't enter the young boys. They are break inside. Regina Daniels' mother, for wake up and find a seer or a dibia. All those things is coming from Regina Daniels' father's side and the mother's side. Try and work on it, mother, because your daughter and money. This be the 5th time I send message to this woman.
He no fit divorce the husband because then go do ritual give her.
So the girl is crying. The girl is crying in the girl. See, sadness don't enter the whole the girl system.
Go initiate the girl.
Regina Daniel is crying in the spiritual world. You know what? The girl is what's the life she want to live right now. No,
she's not free to live. But one God, I swear to you that the thing that they want to do for the girl, even if she leave the old man, she no feel marry. If she sleep with another man, that man go by. That is what they want to do for the girl. So me, as I sit here, I know they here.
Buddha.
Now you talk on me.
Now you dey run. Now you dey run for internet too. Ghana see a day. You dey run. Buddha, make I continue my message. I know say you no go support, but what we dey talk to now true. The mother needs to wake up.
If she divorce crash, she don't feel marry again. If another guy knock him, the guy go by. Shan George is crying out for help. They have defrauded her. Bank that she went to save. Somebody has diverted all her money to another account.
You see why I say when coffee is following you, you lose money. See, coffee is following her. This woman is in a coffee in the spiritual world.
No, Shan George. Do you know Shan George?
She's in coffee in the spiritual world. The Nollywood actress, I know her. She's in coffee in the spiritual world. When coffee is following you, you are not entitled to money. That one, people can defraud you anytime. You can lose money anytime. When coffee is following you, you lose money before you buy.
This is a mistake.
Gooda, I don't get what I'm saying. I'm not saying support me, but she's in the coffee in the spiritual world. She's sick. This woman, somebody carry and go give juju, say he chop his husband or he collect his husband. Way back.
Time.
So he dey work on them. Way back. He dey work on them. That's the secret she don't know. The gods from the mother side support the outsider. They don't go buy her, but they go make she feel pains.
Why?
She will feel pains and lie in bed with pains before they go buy her.
Why are they
So when you are in the spiritual world in
outside?
the coffee and fire is around the coffee, it means you will lie down for long.
No, my question is, why are the gods of this lady's family rather supporting an outsider?
What should they do for the gods? What should they do for the gods? I'm asking you.
What should they do? But she's a family member.
The Almighty God, if you don't serve him, what devil come your side? God will come your side. I'd ask you.
You say Almighty God. I'm not talking about
this God, they don't forgive. Good. How many times I can tell you they don't forgive? God forgive. The gods of the land, they don't forgive. That's why God said, since I cancer, God never be greedy. Say, give bad and good to me. He say, what are good and bad, give it to me. Caesar and cancer, make one a share. Good. So the woman, the problem she's facing on this land is because of the coffee following her with sickness. Somebody she there on top of juju. If she thinks that a lie, any money will come in hand, she go lose them. This one like this, people no go send her money. You know what? Because the coffee and the story no go touch people in my heart. May they mind him. And if they mind himself, you know if you take do anything. Because the pressure on this woman, she will come on the media to beg. It's in the spiritual world. That's what they if they are doing the movie, using the gods to cash out. What do you give to the gods? Last at the talk, some people they think that they lie. Destiny Atiku go to do traditional movie, using the gods to cash out. You don't do sacrifice and rituals. Once you know say your mama he born you, your family God dey there. Just go find a seer or a dibia. Dibia, cross check my back for me. Then the dibia will communicate with the gods from your mother's side. Then you live long. Pastor Ibuka say make you no go. That Ibuka safe. The wind is the blow around Ibuka for the spiritual world. I no go bring them out here because it's not close yet. When it's getting close, I go bring them out.
This one to
they don't practice what they preach. Okay. African gent, you dey promote tradition to the whole Africa, and you finish that, you cash out finish that, then you go there on man of God church. You don't go find seer. See, if every year, if Nigeria celebrates every year, they slaughter sheep for their gods in a secret way, they will make money. The poverty in Nigeria, the poverty in Ghana here, and because of many don't activate their spiritual side, they are just walking into this world just like that, following Jesus God. You can't send God and you can't send Jesus Christ, so you waste your time and die with poverty.
Hey.
Now, this Ghana seer has been at loggerheads with some pastors in Nigeria. Why? Because it seems majority of the visions or soothsaying divination that the seer presents is centered on Nigeria. He said Nigeria is the gateway to Africa, and that the focus of the gods are majorly on Nigeria. The problem is this: the seer sees so many negative things about Nigerians, particularly the stars in Nigeria, those in the entertainment industry. And the Ghana seer responded by saying that what he does is to check on the dark side of these people and not the good side of it. He said the good side is already good, that it is the dark side that he is interested upon. And majority of what he sees are coughing. This person is in the toilet. This person is in a dustbin. This person is a free soul. They just come to this world to make money, and they RIP early. He has said a lot of things. In fact, there was a time a particular prophet in the south of Nigeria, Prophet Jeremiah Omotofufuye, responded to this seer, and another one also responded to the seer, saying that they are seeing him in the coffin with his mother. They lambasted him. They said his mother is blind and begs on the side of the street, that he can't take care of his mother, he can't do nothing for his mother, yet is there bragging, talking about spiritual ability of a certain spirit or demon or deity called karma. Well, you've heard what he said, that Regina Daniels is not happy, that Regina Daniels is sad, that Regina Daniels has been sold by a mother for greed to an older man, and now Regina Daniels is not making what she's supposed to make. Now, if you go backwards, then in those days, Regina Daniels became the talk of social media. She became, like, she trended on social media when this marriage of a thing was to be carried out, and we saw a ritual that was done. Now, people said, no, that ritual is nothing. It's just what is done to women do it in general. That if you watch, you'll see that Regina Daniels' mother too was part of it. It was more like a chieftaincy title, a title introducing a woman into a more higher cadre in the society. While some people said this particular ritual is to make sure that Regina Daniels does not cheat on Mr. Grandfather. I mean, Nedwonko. Nedwonko, according to what we heard, used to be a lawyer somewhere in the UK. He had a wife back then, like one wife in the UK. And later, the man came into politics, and somehow he got to where he got to today. He amassed so much money. As a politician. Now, Regina Daniels is not the only woman or wife in the life of this man. He even went as far as Morocco to get a woman. He has multiple women, and he said he's a Muslim and he has a right to do whatever he wants to do, even not attaching religion into it. Polygamy is a practice in several parts of the world. It's a practice. So the thing about getting married to a younger woman is not something that is new. But in this time and age, people felt that Regina Daniels did not need this man to succeed. Only Regina Daniels' mother understands why she had to go that route. And she came out to say, no, I didn't force my daughter. My daughter said, I like him. I want to be with him, which we are not privy to. We don't know if it is true or not. It is possible that certain younger people like older people, particularly those older people that have a lot of money on their hands. And the thing about relationship between an older and younger person is that they tend to be open-handed. I mean, they give you a lot of money, buy you a lot of gifts to draw you in, to show you that they have what your peers cannot offer to you. Now, when you get into the marriage proper, it's not as if you don't get things, but it might not be like how it was when the man was trying to lure you or, kind of get your attention. According to the Seer, Regina Daniels is crying in the spiritual world, and that she would have made money in her life without Ned Nwonko. Well, how true that is, I don't know. But we've seen people in that industry making good. I mean, look at Genevieve. She has made it good in life in the industry. But then, let us pause. When you say Genevieve also had a scandal back then. They said she was in a relationship. She was the mistress, let me use that word, mistress of a certain politician. In fact, let's call his name, the former vice president of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar. And that comes with a lot of money. So seeing the success of someone financially does not equate to their craft. What they do does not necessarily kind of balance up with the thing. They produce movie, you don't know where they got money from. So Regina Daniels, as a young lady, would have to trade herself to certain people for money, for her to shoot or produce movies that are blockbusters. That's one thing. In the industry, how much are they paid? How much are they paid for what they do? Maybe Regina Daniels' mother looked at it and felt, no, I have to get my daughter into a safe hand rather than her being passed around these horrible people. And Regina Daniels also said it one time that the industry is a dark place. Like, a lot of terrible things happen. People take advantage of people. Now let's go to Shan George. He said that Shan George is in the coffin. Shan George recently cried out that 3-point-something million naira had been wiped off her account by certain people. How it happened, she did not explain. She just said that money has been wiped away, transferred through Palm Pay. It's a local money holding company, and she asked a bank to help her get the money, track it, trace it, and do what needs to be done. Now, how does that equal to someone being in the coffin? That I do not know. I cannot really balance it up. But according to him, Shan George is in the coffin. In the coffin. And it seems every actor, actress, music artist in Nigeria, they're all in the coffin to these gods or the deity that this man claimed gives him this information. He's saying that many of them do not pay homage to the gods of either their father or their mother side or father side, paternal, maternal deities, that they don't pay homage, that there is nothing like Jesus Christ, that Jesus Christ is a Caucasian created God or deity, and that's what they over there should. But in Africa, the Africans should realize that there is no other way than to pay homage, that those deities are the gateway, that a lot of people do not know that they have a short time on earth, that once you are 70, the extra that you have on it is called grace, that 70 is the maximum. After 70, you are supposed to begin to think of packing away, moving out of this world, that many people are now have gotten to a certain age and they don't know that the remaining of their years, if they are not careful, if they don't pay homage, if they don't offer to these deities, they will not be allowed to inherit this earth. They will not be allowed to enjoy on this earth. They will not be allowed. Now, the thing about it is this. Let us look at it from the beginning. It is true that out of ignorance, 1, 2, out of being compelled, being forced, certain people have gotten involved in covenant. Yes, 1, they went to seek for assistance from these spirits. 2, the spirit manipulated, tricked them, and compelled them to be in covenant. Let's say there is a certain crisis, health crisis, back in those days, in those archaic times, and a certain traditional healer needed solution to that. And the spirit appears and said, I will give you this if you offer this and that. And by so doing, it gets into covenant with the spirit that claim I have solution to this one, and puts people who come for that treatment and their unborn children into covenant. That's one. It could be a warrior, it could be hunter, it could be just anybody. People get into covenant through tricks. It could be a fisherman wants to have huge cash, then the spirit appears and said, I'm going to give you this if you offer the first child of your children, and he agrees. It could be anything, while some people willingly try to connect to the spirit. So there are different ways of this so-called deity or gods of the land that exist all over the world. They exist everywhere, but your connection to them and your tie to them is through covenant. So this covenant that your ancestors have gotten into, some might be the fallen angels that landed in the body of waters, and they call them water spirit. The one that landed on the rock, they call them rock spirit. The one that landed in the bush, they call them whatever. So we have the one that landed in between the firmament, I mean the sky. The different spirits are everywhere. It is what you do with them. Now, you presently, you might not be involved in all of these things. You don't have business with them. You don't even care for them. You don't know about them. Your ancestors, they are gone. And since you are not a direct, you are not a direct partner with these spirits, you didn't covenant yourself. You don't have business with them. You don't pay homage. You don't offer sacrifices. You don't do nothing. You don't even know about them. These spirits, don't forget, they are very stubborn. They appear to you in your dreams, or at times they don't even appear to you at all. They keep influencing your decision, keep creating issues around your life, and you suffer and struggle. At times you might get to know, at times you don't even know at all. Then when you get to know, there are 2 ways to it. Is that you get to know via their agents. Their agents will tell you, you have to offer, you have to recognize your deities, you have to recognize your mates, you have to recognize your spirits, you have to pay homage to them. Or you get to know through other forms of religion, let's say Christianity, Islam, or other forms of religion, and you are made to know that these deities do not deserve any worship, that the problems you have right now is because someone had ignorantly gotten involved by means of seeking for assistance, help, and the person got covenanted, and now they are bothering your life. And to get out of it, you need the superior power, and that superior power is what Mr. Nation Seer is saying does not exist, that we have to bow, meaning we have to be in servitude to these gods that are in our universe, because they have been given the key to manage, to operate. But the seer should know that these things came to be as a result of the ignorance and also manipulation and being compelled by these spirits, taking advantage. Just like the story of what happened in the Garden of Eden. The woman was manipulated, was lied to. The woman responded, and thereby a lot of things started happening. And it resonated, or it got passed down. The punishment and all of that got passed down to this present generation. So how do you break out of this? How do you get out of it? Is it by being in servitude, paying homage to the spirits so that they can let you go or allow you to have your things done. Even though if you watch, you realize that these spirits don't really, according to him, you say they are not merciful, they are very wicked. God can forgive, but these spirits don't forgive, blah blah blah. So which one do you prefer? Do you prefer a God that forgives? Do you prefer a God that you cry to and say, God, help me, forgive me, and he forgives you? Or you prefer these ones that don't forget, they don't forgive, they don't have empathy, it is tit for tat, you take from me, I offer you. And the funniest is this: those people will see the health crisis that could have been inflicted upon them by this same spirit, because the spirits are cunning. They could inflict someone with, let's say, mental issues, for example, and they know that you will come to seek for help from them. Then by so doing, they manipulate you into a covenant, and then they pass it down to maybe the 16th, 10th generation. That insanity will come up again, and you start running around. You say, hey, there's one deity, you people must pay homage, and it continues like a circle, never letting you go. So which one do you prefer? Is it that one that tricked your ancestors into servitude? And the thing about the idols of Africa, they are very dirty. They are very dirty. Their altar, shrine is very dirty. Very dirty. Very dirty. Dirty altar. Those spirits are very dirty. Very dirty. Now, those of the water might say, no, our own is clean, it's pure, we wear white, we only take sweet biscuit, nice things, we offer it on the sea. Throw plastics on the sea. Keep throwing plastics on the sea and be polluting our environment. Throw plastics on the sea, in the river, keep polluting the environment. Keep polluting it with all this. They say, no, what we do is just to pour Fanta. Okay. That's what we do. So I know there are different sides to these things. I don't know what your own thoughts are as regards it. What do you prefer? What do you choose? Do you choose to pay allegiance to these deities that you don't know how your ancestors came about it? Either by trick, were they forced, manipulated, or they went to seek for it themselves, like this is what we want? Was one of them possessed with this spirit and started saying, no, we must bring this spirit, this deity to our family? Do you prefer that, or you prefer God, forgiving, loving? Drop your comment about it.